welcome to macOS 10 screencasts. I know I had a long break. This was because I had to finish my master's thesis, which is now done, which is good. I also had to finish a couple of custom screencasts for my lovely clients, which are not done as well, which is good as well. I'm also working on new custom screencasts for new clients as well, so I probably won't be able to publish as many screencasts as I did, for instance, last year. But also means that I have now more free time to publish new screencasts for macOS 10 screencasts. And I also want to tell you that you might have missed our Tumblr log, where I'm occasionally publishing news and tips and tricks that I discovered while I'm working with my computer. And you might want to check out. The address is mosx, which is short for macOS 10 screencasts, mosx.tumblr.com. And in this screencast, though, you're going to see Useful Tricks for Zero Money Episode 2, which is produced together with freemacssoftware.com. They are publishing all kinds of free software for the Macintosh, also for the iPhone. They are a German website, and in case you want to check out that website, just go to free-mac-software.com. I hope you enjoy this episode 2 of Useful Tricks for Zero Money. Take care until next time. Bye. The first tool in this series that I'd like to show you is called Scroll Reverser. There's really not much to say about this tool other than it does reverse scrolling. Why would you want to have such a cruel change to your workflow, you might ask? The reason this application exists is that scrolling will be inversed in macOS 10 Lion. So with this little tool you can prepare for Lion already. The next applications are Better Touch Tool and Magic Prefs. While basically doing a similar job, those two apps are really not the same. They share a certain set of features though. Let's begin with Better Touch Tool. Once Better Touch Tool is running, you can go to the preferences right from the menu bar icon. A new window opens where you can customize gestures for your Magic Mouse, a trackpad, or even your keyboard. In my case, I only have a trackpad, so I go to Trackpad and add a new gesture here. With Better Touch Tool you can set very customized gestures like 5-finger taps or swipes up and down with 1 to 5 fingers, or even tip-tap gestures. Now I go with pinch in this case and can execute either a keyboard shortcut, or you can pick one of the predefined actions right from this menu. Better Touch Tool can run in two modes, simple and advanced. In the preferences, in the settings, you can enable window snapping, which enables Windows 7 style window snapping. So you can maximize a window by moving it upwards on your screen. Magic Prefs does a similar thing, but is, for me, much easier to use and looks a lot nicer. After the app is installed, it adds itself as a new system preference pane. In the preference pane you can set gestures for all different kinds of input sources, like a Magic Mouse, a Magic Trackpad, and a MacBook Trackpad. What I like is that all the gestures are displayed similar to those found in Apple's Trackpad preference pane. So when you hover one of those gestures, they are shown on the right side. On the bottom there's even a button that allows to limit a gesture to a smaller part of the trackpad. But what's really nice is what actions can be executed by Magic Prefs. On the top there are all the standard actions like right-clicking and command left-clicking and so on and so forth. There's also an action that activates Quick Look, Spotlight, or simply goes to your dashboard or opens up Exposé. On the bottom though, you can set to launch applications, execute keyboard shortcuts, or even an Apple script. But there are also plugins available that you can download from this menu. Now I already downloaded a plugin which is called Launchboard. You can also download a plugin that's called Magic Launcher. Once downloaded and activated, they can be used or set up. For instance, a 3-finger click that I use to activate this Launchboard. So let's go to this Launchboard right now, which opens this Lion-like launchpad, but already on your Snow Leopard installation. Tinker tool and secrets are again very similar. They allow you to change how your system works underneath and allow you to configure hidden settings. Use these tools with caution and make backups of your system. In Tinker tool, you can change all different kinds of things. First and foremost is its ability to change the default system font to anything you like, but also changing how fonts are smoothed, other settings as well. I think once you download the Tinker tool, you're going to find lots of things you didn't know were able for you to configure. In secrets, however, you can enable so-called hidden preference settings. They are hidden because a developer has included a certain functionality but doesn't offer an interface to enable this function. This can have a lot of reasons. The feature may yet be awkward to use, or it's just an experiment at the moment. Apple does this a lot too. For instance, when Lampert came out, a lot of people complained about the 3D look of the dock and wanted to change it back. So you can open dock here and change the appearance from the 3D look to the 2D look. I like the 3D view, so I'm not doing that. What I like though, there's an option to dim out hidden applications. I don't know why this isn't activated by default. It's such a nice little hint to show whether an app is hidden or not. When I activate this setting, quit this, which means quit the dock, and then hide system preferences, you're seeing how this affects the look of its icon. System preferences icon, the icon is now slightly translucent. In case you missed it, this macOS 10 hint was actually pretty nice. Someone found out that the appearance of the standard help viewer can be changed to actually be a real application. The standard way this help viewer is displayed is as a floating window that is running above all other windows and thus is always in the way, at least for me. Running this command in terminal, just copy and paste and hit return, changes the help viewer. Now when I activate the help from Safari, you see that this is now running as a separate application, has a normal window, normal window buttons, and is not floating anymore. To change it back to the previous appearance, just execute this command in terminal. If you're like me, you need a quick way to print a PDF to always or most of the times the same folder. The desktop, for instance. This can be made a lot easier using a couple of standard OS X features. When a print dialog is open, you can save the current Windows content as a PDF. This shouldn't be new, but many people seem to overlook the Edit Menu option here at the bottom. This opens a new menu where you can add or delete folders to print to, basically. So when I click Add and navigate to my desktop, which is Command T, and then hit Return to open, and click OK, I have a new menu entry here at the bottom that says Desktop. When I click on that, there's a new PDF right on my desktop with the content of this document. These menu entries are saved in a folder in your library. So when you go to Library and PDF Services, you have a new alias there that is now named Desktop. This is just a link to the desktop. Links or aliases are created by holding down the Option key and the Command key while dragging folders in here. But you can also drag in aliases to applications. This way you can save a PDF directly to another application, for instance DevonThink. Again, a link needs to be created. You don't have to drag the app itself here. Less practical tip, you can also rename whatever is in here to make the menu look a bit nicer. For instance, we could rename desktop to something like Save to Desktop. Now when I switch back to TextEdit and open the print dialog again, there's now a new menu entry at the bottom that says Save to Desktop. In Leopard, Apple had added the ability to create shortcuts for context menus. Let me show you how this can be helpful here. Open up the keyboard preferences in System Preferences. Click the small plus symbol here at the bottom and make sure that you're creating a new shortcut for all applications. Now name it to whatever is shown in that menu. For instance, Save to Desktop, and give it a shortcut. For instance, I could say Control Option Command S, click Add. Now when I go back to text edit, our menu entry has its own shortcut, and now we simply can say Command P followed by Control Option Command S to save it to desktop.